Call to order the special meeting of the Brentwood Board of Aldermen for August 29th, 2016. Would you all rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka.
Here.
Alderman Wakey.
Here.
Alderman Lockmiller.
Here.
Alderman Kramer.
Present.
Alderwoman O'Neill. Here. Alderman Leahy.
Here.
Alderwoman Sims. Here. Alderman Demmett.
Here. All right, and before we move to the next item on the agenda, I would ask if the board would be willing to make a motion to add to item 3D, an exception for legal. There are a couple things I'd like to address with the board, but we would need to have that added to the agenda as an exception for our closed meeting.
So moved, Your Honor.
Second. Do we have the subsection for legal?
It's one.
Yeah.
So it's been moved and seconded that we amend the agenda to include item 3D, which would be an exception for legal pursuant to RSMO 610-0211. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, it's unanimous. With that, the chair would entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Second, Your Honor.
It's been moved and seconded that the board enter into executive session pursuant to the exceptions to RSMO 610-21 that are on the agenda. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Alderman Demmett.
Yes.
Alderman Kramer.
Yes.
Alderman Leahy.
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller.
Yes.
Alderwoman O'Neill. Yes. Alderman Plufka.
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims. Yes. Alderman Wakey.
Yes. All right, we'll take it upstairs. Okay, item number 4 on the agenda, bill number 6081. Mr. City Attorney, first reading by title only, please.
Bill number 6081, first reading an ordinance of the City of Brentwood, Missouri, authorizing the mayor and/or city administrator to enter into and execute an agreement between the City of Brentwood, Missouri and the Center for Public Safety Management, LLC, and providing for the effective date of this ordinance.
Okay, thank you. Alderman Kramer, synopsis, please.
Yes, Your Honor. This evening, the board is considering an ordinance to permit the hiring of a consulting firm, the Center for Public Safety Management. The firm would perform a thorough and unbiased analysis of law enforcement services in Brentwood. And the portion in red, or no?
Excuse me?
The portion in red, there's an arrow to a portion in red. And additionally, the Center for Public Safety Management includes they are an exclusive provider of public safety technical assistance for ICMA. Their technical assistance includes workload and deployment analysis. They will identify workload and staffing analysis, needs, industry best practices, and other similar circumstances. The Center for Public Safety Management, all included within the language of Bill number 6081.
Okay, thank you. I think you've all had a chance to review the proposal that was passed out in the packet. Are there any questions from the board for City Administrator Akande or Chief Fitzgerald? Alderman Leahy.
If I may, I'm on page 7 of 9. Article 16 and Article 17, in my opinion, don't seem to work with each other. I think we should identify the city administrator and not the city finance director as the contracting officer for the city. And I suggest that we make that change on page 7 of 9.
Is that a question? Article 17.
Article 16 identifies that the city contracting officer is the only person that can make any of the written orders or changes or anything in this contracting, communicating with the potential consultant. But Article 17 says that person is going to be Karen Shaw, the finance director. I think that Article 17 should reflect that it should be the city administrator. That's my opinion. That way 16 and 17 work with each other.
Mr. Mayor.
I understand what you're saying. I'm looking for.
The attorneys in the room are quick to.
Alderman Plufka.
Yeah, could we ask our city attorney whether My impression is that Article 16 and Article 17 do not conflict insofar as they refer to different people.
They're separate.
One refers to notice and one refers to modification and changes. Notice is a separate entity than,
Yeah, I agree. The contracting officer of the ordinance authorizes the mayor or city administrator to execute the contract. The notices given are to the finance director, presumably referencing enforcement of the contract.
yeah, payment.
So I don't think there's a conflict. The term contracting officer is not defined. It would have to go, I think, then to the ordinance, which says the contracting officer is the mayor of the city administrator.
Alderman Leahy, is that all right? Or?
I can accept the professional opinion. I'm just letting you know how I read it
Okay,
and made the suggestion.
sure. No, I understand.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Seeing none, Mr. City Attorney, second reading by title only, please.
Bill number 6081, second reading and consideration for adoption. An ordinance of the city of Brentwood, Missouri, authorizing the mayor and/or city administrator to enter into and execute an agreement between the city of Brentwood, Missouri, and the City Center for Public Safety Management, LLC, and providing for the effective date of this ordinance.
All right, Chair would entertain a motion.
Motion to perfect, Your Honor, into ordinance form, the language contained in Bill number 6081.
Second. It's been moved and seconded that the board perfect Bill number 6081 into ordinance form. Is there any discussion on the ordinance? Alderman Plufka.
Do I understand the cost of this consulting is $46,100?
That is correct.
In my opinion, this is money well spent. I think if we're contemplating a permanent change in the strength of our police force, to the extent of, as estimates would go, as much as $150,000 a year going forward, that we are well served by getting an analysis, a detailed analysis of the productivity and the deployment of our current officers. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Alderman Leahy.
Thank you. Your Honor, I have no objection with getting into the contract and approving going forward. I would like to request that a further discussion be taken on milestone number 5 about how many days the group will actually be here in St. Louis to do their interviews and ride-alongs and stuff of both staff and the department, since it seems to be vague, in my opinion, but I don't think it's a showstopper.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussion? I just have one bit of information for the board on this that I probably should have brought up after the first reading. I apologize. City Administrator Akonde and Director of Finance Shaw have identified within our budget year 2016 savings in areas where we have not filled certain positions in a timely fashion, sufficient to cover this amount of money without a budget amendment for the budget year. So, just for the board's FYI, and like I said, it probably should have come after the first reading. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Alderman Demmett,
Yes.
Alderman Kramer,
Yes.
Alderman Leahy,
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller,
Yes.
Alderwoman O'Neill,
Yes.
Alderman Plufka,
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims,
Yes.
Alderman Weggie.
Yes.
Bill number 6081 is hereby passed by the Board of Aldermen and upon signature by the mayor becomes ordinance number 4730.
4730.
30, yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Item number 5 on the agenda, Mr. Excise Commissioner, I understand that we have some temporary liquor licenses.
We do.
All right.
We do. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have 2 in front of us for temporary liquor licenses, both to be for the use at the Madden Fest. The first is Brentwood High School Senior Parents Club, and they are seeking a license for the sale of margaritas, chips, and salsa at the annual Madden Fest. It's a
Do you
fundraiser.
need a license for chips and salsa? Or?
Well,
For this chips?
Depends on what the mixture is.
and this is a fundraiser for the high school seniors. And the second one is from the Craft Beer Cellar of St. Louis, which specializes in, I believe, IPA-type beers, whatever that is. So those are the 2 in front of us. I would move for approval of these 2 liquor licenses, special use permits.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the board grant special use permits to the Brentwood High School Senior Parents Club and craft beer sellers to sell alcoholic beverages at Brentwood's annual Madden Fest. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's unanimous. They will be given their special permits.
Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion that we go to item 6 and motion to adjourn.
Second?
Been moved and seconded that we adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.